Today we're here to talk about a really interesting project, and this is the Brightline high-speed train from Vegas to Southern California. So, what do you know about this?
Well, I know a lot. I don't know. I'm less. I'm more skeptical than you are.
You definitely are a little bit
Yeah.
more skeptical. So this is essentially.
But I hope it's happened.
It's essentially a high-speed train that is
Yes.
supposed to, get from Las Vegas to Victorville
Yes.
in 2 hours. It's supposed to alleviate a lot of the tensions and the stress and the cars on the road and the wear and tear of getting people from Las Vegas to California. So it's supposed to open up a lot of doors.
It's also costing between 12 and 21 billion dollars.
So that's the estimate, 12 to 21 billion. So imagine going to build a house and the contractor tells you it's going to cost anywhere between 600,000 to 1 million plus. Now, that's a really big spread, and I feel as though there are things in a $500,000 house that you don't get in a $1 million house. So really interesting to see what the plans and what the money spread is and why it's costing so much
And I'm
more.
taking the over. By the way, I'm going to say we're probably leaning towards 21 billion or
So,
north of
okay,
that.
so-
but
so-
that's my guess.
She's taking the over financially. I'm taking the under. I'm gonna go under the
think
20
they're gonna be
billion
good,
mark.
like 12,
Yeah, I
13
think
billion?
I think they're gonna go under. I think they're gonna go under initially, but they might actually build it out later on and spend more money depending on the demand and how it works, right?
I
So
think it'll be done in the 22nd century and probably be about 150
So-
billion. In
So
is total.
this is not a new project. This project first came alive more than a decade ago, and it wasn't until about 2018 or so that Brightline got involved, and they started figuring out the funding. They started figuring out the money, and at that point, let's fast forward 6 years, 2024. They actually went ahead and they greenlit the whole project. They started, surveying. They started moving utility lines. They started doing things to
Supposedly dirt's being moved now,
Supposedly-
according to what they're saying.
supposedly dirt's
Yeah.
being moved. We weren't able to get out there to film any of this dirt being moved. If any of you have the dirt being moved, send it to us, please. We'll splice it in. Okay? So, in all honesty, this project's supposed to be done by 2025. How are you feeling about that?
You mean 2029?
2029, sorry, yeah.
2029.
It's supposed
So yeah, again, I'm taking the over. I know and look, I don't want to make it sound like I'm not excited about this. If it actually happens,
I'll take the
super
under
excited. He thinks it's going to be
October.
October of 29.
Under October of 29.
I think it's going to be
Okay.
So here's the thing: when this comes to fruition, this is the Victorville aspect of it. This isn't because I think the long-term goal of this project is that it's going to be like you're in downtown LA, you're in San Diego, wherever you're at, Southern California, you're going to be able to go directly there, stop off at Victorville, and then hop the train. So it's basically you're not hopefully going to have to take hardly any vehicle transportation, almost as if it's an airport.
almost as if it's an airport.
Yeah.
But what they're gambling
Which is
on-
awesome if it works out. Like, I'm not for this project. I don't want to make it sound like I'm not. I just remember Measure 1A, which I can't remember if that was 2008, 10, 12, sometime in California when I lived there.
the high-speed
And,
train from
$25
LA to...
billion project where I don't even know where that money went. And there's no train from San Diego to San Francisco. And I remember that.
Yeah,
being a
here's the
huge
thing, though. What is the travel demand from San Diego to San Francisco? Certainly not as
Dude,
not
you know
as
how fired
not
up
as
I was
strong.
about this prospect?
Yeah, but it's
I couldn't wait.
it's definitely not as strong as Vegas to California. We see what that 15 freeway looks like every weekend.
Oh, dude,
It's a parking lot.
You never go to Oh man,
know,
I've been on PCH before.
It's a parking. It's a parking
awesome.
lot. It's a parking lot. So, the project's supposed to start. It's going. We're moving along. Now, this is technically considered a privately funded.
But it's not.
Okay.
I mean, it's privately funded in the fact that the financial group that's taking it over, or that's actually assuming the risk, I should say, like the revenue risk and whatnot, and basically the liability of it, they are a private company. So it's not a government agency. So in that regard, it is. However, the bulk of this project so far, if I'm correct, and by the way, anybody in there you guys can, if you're watching,
Please
if I'm
correct
incorrect,
me.
please correct me.
Please correct
But
me.
from what I understand is they initially got a $3 billion federal grants. And now there's more bonds being purchased and whatnot, and most of this is being funded by government bonds and federal grants.
Tax-free bonds, yeah,
So
and
supposedly
grants.
it's not taxpayer money. I'm kind of curious how they're going to recoup those bonds. But If I don't understand that correctly, by all means, correct me, because I could be completely wrong about this.
Okay, so what this means for Vegas is generally when large cities spend money on infrastructure, transportation, like airports, rails, roads. This really helps bring the city alive.
100%.
So
Like I said, again, I want to emphasize, if this actually goes through, I'm fired up as all get out for it. I just am a little more pessimistic because I've seen other big railways like this here not go through. But if this actually happens,
it's a big thing.
100%.
It's a big thing.
This would be a game changer on so many levels.
Yeah. Yes.
I also think it'd be a game changer for California tourism.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
Especially
People
once
come
the
here,
other trains are, once they have Victorville and they have stations directly to San Diego. I mean, think about going to, Mission Beach or going to Newport Beach directly on a railway, or, obviously downtown LA, Santa Monica, or, I don't know where they would plan on doing that, or even Hollywood, 'cause, people are going to want to do that. And think about somebody that comes from like Europe or, maybe like Asia somewhere or whatever. They come to check out Vegas, but they would like to go to California. They want to make it more efficient trip. Now it's an easy hour-and-a-half train ride to Victorville, going a couple 100 miles an hour. You catch another train. You don't even have to rent a car. Now you could be at the beach. You could do all the stuff you want to go to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Santa Monica Pier, whatever you want to do. And you can still incorporate Vegas in your 10-day trip to
and it does a lot to make the two areas, Las Vegas to Southern California, feel a lot closer. So I definitely think there's going to be a lot of opportunities, second homes, jobs. There's a lot of opportunity for growth in Vegas and in California from this project. I do feel as though the demand is there for the transportation. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of the logistics and just getting it done.
Well, and mitigating, I hate to say it, but how many times have you been driving from California here or vice versa, and there's a horrible wreck or something like that on the 15?
Yep.
I hate to say it, we live in Las Vegas. The nature of this city is people aren't coming here for Disneyland. It's to have a good time.
They're coming here to party.
If we can give them another avenue of transportation where they don't have any, accountability or responsibility as far as the actual transportation itself, I think that's always a good thing when you're dealing with Las Vegas and the nature of our tourism.
Absolutely. And if anybody here has any information,
please
let us know. Any more information on
or
this.
Or if we're wrong, by all means. We're not going to get hurt feelings on you. So by all means, correct us if we're out of line at all. We're very happy to be corrected on this. And if anybody has a little more insight on the actual funding of this, love to hear your take on it and if I'm incorrect and how it's being funded. And
if you happen to work for Brightline and we said something off, just let us know.
Yeah.
We'll fix the next video, okay?
100%.
I definitely don't want to set you guys off because we don't want to get blackballed from the train.
Yeah,
right
we're really
fired up about the train. So we're excited for this. We're giving it 2 thumbs up already. We're definitely got you on the
Our
Yelp.
skepticism, by the way, is not with you, Brightline.
No,
it's with governments that are going to allow this to happen, and the pain in the rear end of developing these infrastructure projects.
So anyway, till next time, and we'll do follow up on this here in the next few months, and maybe we'll get out there and try to film some of this dirt being moved to see what's really going on.
Fantastic idea.
Let's do that. All right, talk to you guys later.